Recorded Books and One Click Digital present Carl Weber's Kingpins, St. Louis by Keisha Ervin. Narrated by Soozi, Cheyenne. Chapter 1. I don't do well with liars. A chilling voice invaded the air. You lied to me, Donovan. King David Mason sat behind a marble desk, tapping his fingers together. Behind him, on either side, stood two big and bulky henchmen who were ready to pounce if given the word. Both were of African descent and wore black suits with dark sunglasses sitting on their noses. On the opposite side of the desk sat Donovan Chambers, the man who was supposed to be in charge of all of David's finances. He was a man whom David had once trusted with his life, but upon hearing the news that he was being robbed blind, David knew he couldn't have been more wrong. I don't know what you're talking about, King, Donovan stuttered. Calling him what the streets had dubbed him. I've done everything that you've asked of me since day one. Donovan felt his palms and armpits begin to sweat, and he wished he hadn't decided to wear the Ralph Lauren light blue button-up shirt that he had on. He blinked and hoped that the glasses on his nostrils wouldn't slide because of the perspiration starting to form on his chocolate face. He licked his thin, dry lips and blinked his brown eyes before he cleared his throat. Yes, King David agreed while nodding his head. You have indeed done everything that I asked you to. You have kept my finances in order for years and kept record of every expense. Across the desk, Donovan's eyes darted from King David to the two men behind him and back to King David. He tried to swallow, but his mouth was so dry the only thing that went down was air. Then what have I lied about, sir? King David smirked at Donovan's ignorance. He was positive that Donovan knew exactly why he was in the position he was in that second. Donovan was just trying to ride the wave, just in case King David really did not know about his wrongdoings. The last thing any crook did was confess to his crimes before being proven guilty. Instead of answering his questions, David opened one of the drawers of his desk and pulled from it a thick manila folder. When he tossed it forward, it landed with a soft thud in front of Donovan, who reluctantly opened it. What's this? You can't read. Yes, I can, King. I can see that these are the records of yours that I've kept up with for the past 5 years. Do you see anything wrong? Not that I can tell, no, Donovan said. I have precisely documented everything correctly. Nothing is out of place. King David tried to give Donovan one last chance to come clean, but he saw then that he was just going to stick to his story. If he had at least been honest, King David would have honored him with a quick death. Now, he was going to make him suffer. It saddens me that I ever trusted you. Do I not pay you well? Clearly not, since over the past 5 years you have managed to rob me of $500,000. You have been shaving a little extra off the top since the beginning, and I would have never known it had it not been for my son, David Jr., going over all of your records. Imagine my surprise when I was informed that so much money was unaccounted for. Donovan's eyes were wide, and his lips were moving as if trying to find the words to say. His breathing became rigid, and when he saw King David make a motion with his hand to the men behind him, he already knew what was about to happen.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?